that's great. That's a long time ago, isn't it? We've now got the ILO conventions, we've got the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. Workers have got the right to organise. And your law and the law in my country and in the United States all says we've got the right to organise. So let me tell you the second story. Last month I was in Puerto Rico at the SEIU's convention, 3,000 people in one room. An African-American middle-aged woman got up at the front and she told us her story. She said, until recently I lived on the streets. I was taken in by a homeless charity in Florida and they helped me get a job as a janitor, a cleaner. And I worked for minimum wages, something like $5.15 an hour. No health care and of course no pension. And the union came, the SEIU, and we started to organise and I became one of the leaders in that campaign. And when my employer found out, he said, you continue with this, you're fired. You will not keep your job. And she turned to us, to all 3,000 of us, and she said, and at this point she started crying, the only thing I'm scared of in my whole life is I have to go back to the streets and live as a homeless person again. That's martyrdom too. And the horrible thing that we've all got to understand about the Tolpuddle Martyrs Festival is that this martyrdom goes on in every country right around the world. It goes on in Britain. If you want to organise in this country and go the legal route, it takes a year for you to get through the legal process. Tesco, the biggest retail giant in this country, the first advertisement it put in the American newspapers when it wanted to open up in America, it advertised for HR managers with experience in union avoidance. In Turkey, it sacked the union activists. The same in Thailand, the same in Korea, and it won't even speak to the union in Japan. That's Tesco, where I suspect quite a few people here shop. Have a look at the website that the TUC puts out. There's research there commissioned, I think, by Paul, by one of your academics, about union busters in the United Kingdom. That is, Tolpuddle is happening again today. They detail over and over and over again cases where workers are denied the right to join a union. Well, what do we make of that for organising? The first thing it means that I do when I'm running an organising campaign, and I've just finished in Australia running a huge campaign organising cleaners, is we're not fighting for wages and conditions first. We're not even asking the workers to join the union. What we do is we're fighting for neutrality. We want the boss to give us a letter that says they have absolutely no objection to joining the union. We are prepared to bargain with the workers collectively if that's what they vote for. We will give the union's organisers 30 minutes with every worker. We will give the union a 30-minute induction meeting with every new worker that we hire. We will give delegates rights. And until we get all of that, that's the point at which we can start winning for workers, and we have no more martyrs. So let me finish on this. What do we all take away from the Tolpuddle Martyrs Festival? Well, we'll have a few new t-shirts, and we've heard some beautiful music, and we've had a nice time and a few, presumably in your case, warm beers afterwards. But really, we've all got to take away as union idealists a new sense of idealism that we've got to start fighting so that there are no more martyrs in this country, in my country, and in every other country in the world. To borrow a slogan from our comrades at the IWW, change it a little bit what Joe Hill had to say as he was being executed as a union martyr. Don't mourn for the Tolpuddle Martyrs, organise.